Archer Sen So. This is a quick video to go through the Archer and explain the cards that are used to play the Archer in the game. Here's an example of how the game is packaged. This is a single player Archer. Let me go through the materials. Now there's actually a lot of cards with the Archer because they're needed in order to fire the bow. Now let's go through the basic materials. We have the rules for the game, we have the specific rules to the Archer, we have the Archer cover art, we have 5 card holders. Now the 5 card holders, they'll actually be using this ranged location, and one of the card holders will be used for that. There is a board. This is a 2-player board that's folded in half that comes in the game. And then the board that you see down here, this board is a free download arena, print your own PDF. It's an 8-player arena. We've printed this and then took it to a local print shop to have it laminated. So there's an example of the board. Alright, let's go through the actions. Now the Archer does not have any attack actions whatsoever. The Archer has the block and move actions that are available in the game. We'll put those here off to the side. In this example, the Archer has a red chip, red player chip. I'm going to go ahead and put that down right here. And, of course, the Archer's one and only weapon for this variant is the bow. All the bow does, it's not actually an attack weapon, you can't use attack cards with it, you'll use these aim cards, which I'll explain in a minute, is allow you to use arrows. So if you're playing the Archer, you'll put this in your weapon location, it's face up, it stays with the game. If for some reason you lose the weapon, like for example the Gladiator's net, you have to recover that, because without your bow, you can't attack at all. You just have to run around the board. Alright, let's talk about the range location here. Now the Archer has different types of arrows that he can use to attack opponents. And think of the arrows as having different patterns, similar to the weapons have different weapon patterns. The only difference is these patterns are used at a distance. So here's the listing of the 5 arrow types that the Archer has. If we look at them in order, the broadhead arrow attacks the location that you aim at, and we'll talk about aim cards in a minute, and then the space in front of it. It does 5 score, 5 damage. The swept head arrow is a pattern of the space you aim at and then these 2 corners, and that's a 4 score, 4 damage. It costs 2 inventory to have. The broadhead arrow is the space you aim at and then 3 spaces in front of it. That's a 3-point score and damage arrow. The tanged head arrow is a plus pattern. The space you attack and then it's a plus. It does 2 score, 2 damage. And then the last arrow is the bodkin head arrow. It's a 9-space pattern. The space you attack and then every adjacent space to that it can hit. It's only 1 score, 1 damage. Now, with these patterns, I can show you how those work using the aim cards. Now, this is why the Archer has a lot of cards in his deck. The Archer has 2 of each aim card, and there's an aim 0, 1, and 2. Put those off to the side here. And then there's also an aim 3 and 4. The number indicates how far away from the Archer the attack will occur. So let's take a look at using the biggest arrowhead that we have in the game. If we were using the bodkin head arrow, that would be placed here, and that would be our active arrow. If we wanted to change one of the other arrows, we have to play it as an action, have it come up, and then we replace the arrowhead pattern that's up. But that's my current arrow, and I'm shooting at, let's put up a target here. We'll put a blue ninja way over here. Now that ninja is 5 spaces away from me. Here's my location, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if I were aiming at that blue ninja with this arrow, and I had placed my attack so it was towards the blue ninja, here's how it works. The aim goes off in the direction of the card, the way it's oriented in the card holder, and then you count the number of spaces. So in this case it's an aim 4. 1, 2, now keep in mind that's 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be the center of the pattern. The pattern, there's the center, is a plus. So I actually didn't hit directly with the aim 4, but my pattern allows me to attack any adjacent space. So I actually could hit this blue ninja because every adjacent space is also a valid target. I'd pick one location to hit, and then the ninja would, based on the arrows damaged, lose 1 point, I'd get 1 score. Not very impressive damage, but pretty easy to hit with this arrow pattern. As you go down and get into the smaller patterns, it's harder to hit, but you get more damage. And you can do the damage at a range. The different aim cards allow you to adjust that range. So if I had played that same attack using an aim 2, for example, my attack would go off 1, 2. There's the center of my pattern. I could actually choose any of these locations with that arrow type. Now, the problem that you're going to find with the archer is it doesn't score glancing blows. A glancing is when you attack next to an opponent, you get score. You either hit or you don't hit with the archer. So you get the advantage of being able to attack your opponents at a distance, but you don't get the advantage of the near hits, near misses, however you look at it, giving you score. Alright, so that's a basic look at the archer, the arrow types it has, and how to use the various aim cards. Now the one I didn't talk about was an aim 0. An aim 0 is an interesting one, but we had to give the archer an ability to attack right next to him. So let's say that this ninja was over here, or actually right here. With an aim 0, the center of my pattern becomes my player's chip. So this red chip, which represents my archer, is the center of the pattern. I can attack based on this pattern, any adjacent space. I can hit this opponent. So essentially the aim 0 is attacking your own location, just so you know. Okay, now there are a couple of special abilities that the archer has. Let's go through those. The first one is called a fistful of arrows. Here's a fistful of arrows card. He has up to 2 of those. Now a fistful of arrows is played kind of like a shuriken. You play it up as an action, wait for it to come up, and then when it's revealed, you will attack every space adjacent to your... You can choose from any one space adjacent to your location to get a 5-point attack off. So what's nice about that is it's kind of a reverse shuriken. Shuriken is a straight line until it hits something. This is every space around you. You can end up targeting. If you hit someone, you get the 5-point attack. So that's 5 score or 5 damage. Up to 2 of those. So kind of a way to keep a off of the archer. Now the next ability that the archer has, which is some would say expensive but is very powerful, is called the skill shot. The archer can get up to 2 of these. Now the skill shot is also played and then revealed. When revealed, the skill shot allows the archer to pick any location on the board, no matter how far away, no matter what obstacles are in the way, and do a skilled shot and cause 5 damage, damage only to any target. Cannot be blocked. So the archer's skill allows him to do like the Robin Hood shot, be able to bounce off things, whatever it takes to hit the target, and can hit any player on the board, causing them to lose 5 score. With 2 of those, the archer can use those as a deterrent for opponents. That's often done. Anyways, that's a quick look at the archer and how to use the arrows. The reason the archer has all the cards is because of all the ability to aim at all the different distances. If you're interested in learning how to play Sen So or more videos on variants of Sen So, there's videos on how to play and other variants on the website at twinbladegames.com. Thank you.